Hi, I'm Nancy Marone, and welcome to Bread and Bottles, our video blog from WunderBar. And with me today, I have Staci Mickelson. She's from Wine Co. She's one of our reps. And today we're going to do a tasting of Pinot Noir. And this is a special Pinot Noir because it's from Germany.
It is from Germany.
Yeah. And I remember, like, when we were trying it, you're like, it was a Spatburgunder.
Spätburgunder, yeah.
Spätburgunder. And I'm like, well, what's that? And no one's going to know what that is. And explain the translation between that. And
So Spätburgunder is Pinot Noir in Germany. That's what they call the grape there.
yeah.
So
I think more and more, like, okay, I don't see it on the front of this particular bottle, but, and it doesn't say it, but you'll sometimes, it'll say on the front of a bottle if it's a Spätburgunder.
Yep.
Right.
Or Weissburgunder, Grauburgunder, and from what I've been told, that is indicating of like when they harvest the grapes is kind of what the words mean in front of the Burgunder, but also like white, gray.
And do you think they put Pinot Noir on some of them so us Americans know that it's a Pinot Noir, and I wouldn't necessarily pick it up
100%.
otherwise?
Yes,
okay.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
But they do throw a different word on there, Trocken. Trocken means dry. Means a dry wine in German. Yep.
Okay, so we have a dry Pinot Noir. So very good. And where in Germany?
So this is from the Pfalz. So this is from Darding. It's from the Pfalz. They're in an area called Bad Dürkheim. And the Pfalz, in context, okay, I'm not saying it's a warm wine growing region, but in context, it's one of the warmer wine growing regions in Germany. So they do a lot of reds there. They do Pinot Meunier, they do Pinot Noir, they do some Blaufränkisch and some Dornfelder there as well. So
where in Germany, if I'm looking at the German map, this isn't really a good one, but
it's more south.
More
south, like kind of sits like right above France.
Okay, and mountainous or not?
You know, I don't remember how mountainous, but honestly, not that I recall, like super mountainous. Like when we're talking about Alsace, you have the huge Vosges mountains there. I do think that they. I have to double check. Okay, but I do think there's a mountain range near there.
Somewhere, there's got to be mountains close by.
There is.
Okay. But Pfalz is the region, and it's warm and...
Yep, warmer in context.
In context.
Yep, and one of the better wine growing regions for reds.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's take a peek at the color of this. Yeah. Like, looks like a traditional Pinot Noir would, which I see light around the edge.
Yep, light, and see-through.
And if I put my hand underneath, I can totally still see it, so it doesn't get lost. So it's a lighter red, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So the grape skins of the Pinot Noir grape, they call it the heartbreak grape. So it's very thin skins, very easily punctured, and you don't want to use wine grapes that have been punctured with holes or anything like that, and the juices kind of come out and been compromised. And that's why they fight mold a lot, because mold will eat away that skin too. And not necessarily the Pfalz, I just mean in general with Pinot Noir.
This particular grape.
Yep.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay. Tell us what you smell. Besides yummy.
I smell cherries, a little earthy, almost like a little cola, like a little soda pop.
And Pinot Noir is one of those wines where you could have it with a meal, and you can. I feel like you could just have a glass.
It's known as one of the universal wines that you can have with almost anything you eat. Like, they say what's kind of the most classic universal wines to drink with food, and Sauv Blanc and Pinot Noir.
It's those two. Okay. All right, we're going to take a taste. So, you trocken or dry, and you can feel it on the roof of my mouth.
Yep, you can feel the texture.
Yeah, the tannins pulling a little bit. It's not like, it doesn't super suck all the life out of my
Yeah.
mouth, you know, like a super dry, but you can definitely tell it's a dry.
It's got a lot of acid there to balance the tannin.
Yeah.
So really food friendly, as we were talking about a second ago. So,
Yeah, nice. And I have to say, again, one of our fan favorites. I mean, once people try this Pinot Noir, they tend to have another glass.
yes,
because
this is definitely one of the best for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. So it's nice. Anything else you want to share about the?
Well, I was going to say, so
vineyard?
Darting, so they can trace their roots back to the 1870s there, but as the winery as we know in 1989 right now. So still a long time there.
Yeah.
And like I said, make a lot of really fancy and lovely reds and whites.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. I encourage you to come and try it. If you have tried it and you want to leave a comment for others to see below and how you liked it, please do, because that just helps people learn more about the wine, and then come on in and try it for yourself, either with some food. It will go with absolutely everything on our menu, from pretzels to Flammkuchen to a brat, right? Yeah.
100% have it to the brat.
Yeah. So, come on in and give it a try. Thanks, Staci. Cheers.